Yo, what's going on, you guys? This is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, bringing you another update on Transformers 1. As I'm pretty sure you're aware, it has been relatively quiet in regards to this movie. I don't mean to toot my own horn or any of the other Transformers fandom members, but if it wasn't for us, many of you would have forgotten this movie even existed a long time ago. But thankfully, things are starting to ramp up in terms of the actual promotions, at least on the toy side of things, because we already know Hasbro's gonna do what they do best and shell out those toys, which gives us a good indication on when we'll be seeing an actual trailer for this thing, which could be really soon. But before we talk about that, I wanted to ask you guys to do me the biggest favor and like the video. Yeah, I know it's a bit annoying getting this request when you're only 50 seconds in, but YouTube's algorithm demands it. So if you rock with your boy and you know I'm gonna bring you that awesome content, then smash that like button. And if by any chance you feel like you've wasted 10 minutes of your life that you can't get back, then by all means smash that dislike button. At the end of the day, you're a rebel and you're gonna do what you want. Just rate the video. But yeah guys, Transformers related things have been ice cold as of late. We still haven't gotten any updates from the official in regards to Transformers Reactivate, and there's been no word from Hasbro or Paramount regarding Transformers 1, which is the latest movie down the pipeline. Since the first movie back in 2007, we've been seeing a lot of Transformers movies take place on Earth, but this particular installment is taking us back to where it began, the planet of Cybertron. That's right, it's going to be a prequel that fills in the origins of the Transformers, and it will tell the story of how Optimus Prime and Megatron went from being best friends to mortal enemies. And I kind of find it funny that we are 9 installments in and we're just not getting this backstory to the most iconic characters within the franchise. It's been alluded to in all the previous installments, but it's never been gone into great detail. And I think that's largely due in part to these movies strictly taking place on Earth. I feel like Michael Bay really wanted to go for that realistic aspect and didn't really feel like going into the more far out details like Cybertron and all these other intergalactic affairs that the Cybertronians were a part of. But now that we are going back to the basics and we're going to see everything there is to see on Cybertron, we can finally see how the war began between the Autobots and the Decepticons. One of the things I'm most excited about seeing is the different professions of each character, because if you aren't aware, there is a certain hierarchy up in the Cybertronian civilization. You have characters that are very high ranking in terms of their abilities, and you have characters that are kind of low ranking because all they can do is work. So you basically have a upper class, a middle class, and a lower class society of different Transformers. Although we didn't get a backstory for this in the Bayverse, it was however expanded up in the actual movie tie-in comics, where we see Optimus Prime lead the Science Division while Megatron leads the Cybertron Defense Force. But in Transformers 1, we could possibly just see the more classical styles of the characters, where Megatron is this gladiator while Optimus Prime is this reference clerk or librarian. Either way, I think it's really going to show the different dynamics between both characters. Although we've gotten a list of some of the characters we'll be seeing on this roster, we still haven't gotten an idea of what their personalities will be like. But we finally have details on what at least one character will be like. TF Hype Guy, which is a Twitter handle you should be following if you want all the details pertaining to Transformers 1, posted this in regards to Sentinel Prime, saying, and I quote, "Sentinel, who will be voiced by John Hamm, is described as a stoic hero leader who's idolized by all Iacon, but in reality is a massive douchebag. His primary colors are said to be blue with thrusters on his back, and he's much taller than Orion Pax and Megatron." So as you hear, it sounds like Sentinel Prime is going to very much be a Giga Chad, and he's going to be super tall, even taller than Megatron, who is already going to be a behemoth, especially if you've seen those photos where it shows the silhouettes of all the different characters, and Megatron is towering over everybody, including Optimus Prime. So it sounds like they're going to be putting a lot of emphasis on why Sentinel Prime is such an upper class character, while Optimus or Orion Pax is just lesser than him in every way. He'll probably look up to Sentinel and believe all the hype surrounding him, but he'll realize that his hero is nothing more than a sham, and he'll become better than Sentinel once he gets the Prime Mantle. Like when I hear about this version of Sentinel being a grade A douchebag, Transformers Animated comes to mind. Like if you remember in that series, he was a very impulsive and pretentious jerk who was always stepping on the toes of characters such as Optimus Prime, so that gives us a general idea of what he will be like in this movie. But moving on, we gotta talk about the promotions for Transformers 1, because that's the thing that's been radio silent, as I mentioned earlier. Considering the fact that this is an animated project that's been in the work for the better half of 3 or 4 years, you would think that we could at least get a teaser trailer or something to get the palette ready for what's to come. But unfortunately, it feels like we've been waiting for what seems like an eternity. It's been sheer darkness, but thankfully there seems to be this light at the end of this dark tunnel, because as you're aware, the Super Bowl is right around the corner and every studio is itching to utilize that moment to showcase what they have coming down the pipeline, and Paramount is going to be one of them, because they know that the Super Bowl is going to have a lot of eyes glued to the television, and that includes a lot of fans that enjoy Transformers. So I feel like this is going to be the perfect opportunity for them to roll out what they have to offer with Transformers 1. Over the years, we've seen this done with the Michael Bay Transformers that gave us all these awesome moments that were very tantalizing but didn't quite live up to our expectations. But at the end of the day, it pulled us all in and it got us to go to the theaters. And I can't help but feel like Paramount would be shooting themselves in the foot if they didn't seize this opportunity. I feel like this is what was missing from Transformers Rise of the Beast, right? Because we knew that the movie was coming out and we kind of got a trailer before the Super Bowl even hit. But once Paramount gave us that big Super Bowl spot, it felt like nothing more than a glorified ad for Porsche. Let's just call it for what it is. And I'm assuming that one of the biggest contributing factors to that marketing blunder was the fact that they didn't want to deal out as much money as they did in years past, because the Transformers franchise is a former shell of what it used to be and it doesn't make as much money as it used to. Like, it's important to point out that this project cost them over $190 million to produce, so they probably didn't want to overextend themselves on the marketing budget. But given the fact that this movie is an animated film, it probably didn't cost that much money as the live action counterparts did, so I think they can afford to spend more money on advertising Transformers 1. But if they ultimately decide not to do any big TV spots for the Super Bowl, there is another alternative. If you aren't aware, Nickelodeon will be hosting their own Super Bowl broadcast, and they're notorious for promoting Paramount produced animated films, so there is a high probability that we could be seeing a teaser for Transformers 1 on there. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. I know this was a very quick and brief video, but there's still not that much to talk about, so I'm just giving you what I got. But let me know what you think about this. Are you liking the details in regards to the character of Sentinel Prime? And what do you think about seeing a trailer at the Super Bowl? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I asked you like or dislike this video. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up, it can be a thumbs down if you want. But if you really enjoyed the video, it would help me out tremendously if you shared it with all your friends and followers on all the different social media outlets. Sharing really makes a difference. But once again, this is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, signing out on another video. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. As a successful YouTube user, I often get questions asking what I use to get my videos tons of views, and the answer to that is Tubebuddy. This thing has helped me take my channel to the next level in ways I never imagined. It's a browser extension that helps new and experienced YouTubers grow fast and optimize their channels. I've been using this extension for years and it's constantly getting updated with new features, like the SEO tool that helps me come up with the perfect title, description, and tags to get more people to click on my videos. It even provides you with analytics beside your videos to see how much traffic your video is generating from various social media sites. The extension is absolutely free, but as a special offer, we're giving a 50% discount for channels that have less than 1,000 subscribers that purchase the Pro upgrade. All you have to do is enter in the code RisingStarBuddy. So if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel or taking your content to the next level, download the extension now. You can do so by clicking on this link that'll be provided in the description of this video.